respect and pay these female athletes because we're doing something that 0.00001% are capable of doing.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley Cain.
And I'm Danny Arovich.
Together, we're your hosts for Making It to Milan.
Let's jump in.
Today, I'm joined by Amber Glenn. She was recently named to the 2026 Olympic team for figure skating. She's a 3-time U.S. national champion, Grand Prix final champion, and a 6-time ISU Grand Prix medalist. And we have literally known each other for years, growing up and training together in Dallas. Amber, welcome to the show.
Crazy. I was just saying that it's going on like almost 2 decades because I met you when we did the Galleria show together and I was probably like 7 years old, maybe 8 years old. So it's been quite a long time and now we're finally here.
We went on to train together for many years and I'm so happy that we still have such a close relationship, and it's amazing to see you finally getting to live out your Olympic dreams soon, and I can't wait to cheer you on. We are going to start with some rapid fire questions. What is one word that comes to mind when I say Milan?
Pasta. There's been so many pasta adjacent questions I've been asked, so it's just like it automatically goes there.
You're going to have such good pasta, I know it. Favorite women athletes to watch in Milan?
The U.S. women's figure skating team is pretty great. So obviously there's that. I'm very interested to see Chloe Kim because I know she has to fight through an injury, but she's one of the best. And then I really hope that I can catch some hockey games.
Obviously, I'm so excited to watch the women's figure skating team as well, of course. But we had Hillary Knight on the other day and she seemed really excited to compete, so I can't wait to see her. What's the first thing you want to eat or drink after a major competition?
Ooh, chocolate chip cookies. Yup.
So good. One word to describe your training routine.
Routine? It's very consistent. I'll go with that, consistent.
Pump up song.
I've been loving this song by Florence and the Machine called Free. It's like that positive, uplifting kind of thing.
Hardest part about being an Olympian that maybe nobody sees?
The expectations and pressure. It's like, oh my gosh, this is the, top of the top athletes, best shape of their life, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yes, but with that comes so much pressure. For me, I'm trying to treat it, it's just another competition. I treated nationals, it's another competition. I don't go into a competition thinking like, oh, I'm only going to try 80%. No, I've gone into every competition like wanting to do my absolute best. The Olympics is no different. I just need to keep doing what works and go from there.
When I got to the Olympics, it was the first time that I didn't have to qualify for anything. So I got to just be present. And it didn't matter about results or expectations. It was about just taking the experience as it was and just doing the best that we can. The Olympics can really create magic. And so allowing that magic to take place and kind of guide you through it is what makes it so special as well. What do you want the headline to be about your performance in Milan?
All around, I just want to convey the love of figure skating I have. I feel like the headlines for the different programs are probably going to be different because, one's Madonna, one's like a contemporary piece. So it'd be fun if they did something with like a prayer, like a little dad joke, like Amber Glenn has the nation on its knees. That sounds so dramatic. That sounds so dramatic.
It's like she doesn't need a prayer because she's got it.
Yeah. But just an overall, like I want to look like I'm enjoying it because I want to enjoy it. I don't want there to be any like hesitation or doubt. And as well as many others, but especially you, that is something that I've always struggled with is just like, last minute I'd be like, wait, can I do it? And it's something I've been doing for like a decade. So just the no hesitation going for it.
What will it mean for you to compete in Milan?
That my resilience has paid off, of course. And even if I wasn't in Milan, the journey that I've had has changed me as a person. I'm really proud of the team that's going there and the next generation of skaters. We've been building a better, healthier community, especially in women's figure skating. And I really hope that people can see us as a team together representing the U.S. This is the strongest women's team we've had in a long time, that we're all so close and that it's a good, healthy vibe going. So I hope that viewers and, even casual watchers can see that there can be success in a healthy way without the drama and headlines, which I hope that figure skating still gets the same attention that it should without that drama, because we've all seen like so many heartbreaks over the years.
Absolutely. I think too, looking at the three of you, you're so unique to each other and you allow each other to be that. And you're each other's biggest supporters. And that comes across to everybody that was sitting in that arena, watching on TV, through social media. Like you can really see that. I want to share like one thing about you as you're literally like a mom. If I needed anything at the rink, I was like, do you have this or this is happening? Amber was like, pulled out her bag, Mary Poppins, had it in there. You are that like nurturing figure to them in a way. They look up to you, even though they're also your biggest competitors, which I think is a really incredible thing as well. At the games, when you're there and there's so much going on, your teammates, although they're also your competitors, your teammates are the people that understand what you're going through. And they're also your biggest supporters because you are literally Team USA together.
We're competitive, but we don't compare ourselves to each other. And I think that is the difference. Because of course, society does. Everyone, wants to compare each of us. Like we're not just individual human beings. We have different strengths and weaknesses, but we are competitive with each other. Like I'm not going out there being like, oh, I'm just going to let them. No, I want to go out there and I want to win. I want to do the best I can.
People maybe don't see how much you actually hang out together. Like that's what I noticed as well with a lot of my competitors. I was like, oh, I'm hanging out with them. We're doing shows together. You guys have done a lot of tours together. And so it's also like these people are your friends. You're not just going to turn around and be rude to them when competition comes on.
These are some of the people that know exactly what you're going through because not many people do.
What have you learned about trusting yourself under pressure?
I could always be better at it. Doubts creep in no matter how many clean run-throughs, no matter how many times I've done each element to the best of my ability. There's always going to be a what if moment. The key is to acknowledge it and to move on. Don't give those impulsive thoughts any gravity because they're just thoughts.
They can be fleeting. You don't need to give them any more power than just being that small moment in time. And it seems like over the years and through more experiences that you've had at this high level, you've learned how to manage those. It doesn't always become 100% perfect, of course.
We all wish that doubts didn't creep in, but sometimes they just do at the worst time possible. And you got to kind of just go with the flow.
I think what's helpful with that too is setting goals. So for you heading into this Olympic Games, what are going to be your on-ice goals and your off-ice goals? And they can literally be anything.
The Olympics can be summed up in staying present. I really want to stay in the moment every time I go out there on the ice and every time I'm off the ice. I am a planner and I like to stick to this is exactly what I need to do at all times. I'm trying to get a little better at kind of going with things because especially at something as huge as the Olympics, I haven't been personally, but from what I've heard, you kind of sometimes things don't always go your way. Things can go awry and you kind of just got to roll with it. And then off the ice, I'm just really excited to experience the entire Team USA community all coming together, all of us being around each other, getting to cheer each other on.
Getting out and being able to see so many other athletes in their game, in their competition is super important too, because that was really eye-opening to me at the games is when I went to the gym and I saw these other athletes training the way that they were, or in the eating hall eating the way that they were. And I was like, oh, it's just such a different world. How do you choose music that truly represents who you are?
That can be hard. And especially for anyone that's not in the know of figure skating right now, it's gotten a lot more complicated because of copyright issues. It's become even harder to find something that you can cut to be the exact time that you want and also is a good tempo that keeps you calm, but also has enough energy to engage an audience. There's so many things that go into it. So many. For my short program especially, I wanted there to be a moment to where people could clap to the music because I always loved watching programs to where you got to feel involved almost. That there's a moment that's all right, here we go. A great example of that is Jason's river dance. Like 2014 is just like, here we go, and send it. That was like a moment that I wanted to experience. And I've gotten to a few times with this program. People haven't noticed there was like a lack of galas at certain Grand Prix this year. I feel like it's so much fun to go out and do a gala program too, that like you don't have to worry about where each element goes and if things are, have a good rhythm and timing, enough time for me to breathe here and reset here. And like, there's so many technical things that go into choosing music. Whereas for a gala, it's kind of just, you're going there to entertain. So pick whatever means the most to you. And, hopefully one day we can get competitions to feel a bit more like that as well. So there can be more variety rather than a lot of us end up skating to similar things or something that someone else is skated to because it fits well into the technical aspect of skating. So I think there are many things that factor into it. If you're asking, how do you find music? Spotify. Then just like refresh, similar to this song, refresh.
Yeah, I felt like at nationals for your short program especially, it felt like an exhibition. I don't know if you fully felt that way. When your footwork was about to start and you went like this and this, it was like everything melted away for you and you just smiled like the rest of the program. And you can see that you really enjoy it. And I think that that's what makes the best performances too, is that when you're really enjoying it and the crowd is involved, it makes a big impact. If you could skate an exhibition program with any skater, past or present, who would it be?
Oh my God. My mind automatically goes to like technicalities, like, all right, how could I make this work? Like, who could I, lift and do X, Y, and Z? Isabel and I have a pretty great dance lift that we practiced. I think you know the exact one I'm thinking of. I want to see two people do anything you could do, I could do better between like a boy and a girl, just doing, things that the other one can't do. I've always wanted to like have
you and Ilya.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Like me doing anything like flexible, just like, then him doing quad and I'm like, oh, well, okay. So anything like that I think would be kind of fun and entertaining for sure.
Oh, I would love to see that. That would be so good. What changes would you like to see in how women's sports are valued and covered in the media?
Ooh, so much. How we treat female athletes as people versus male athletes. You have to act like this. You have to be like this. But if a male athlete goes and does something, it's like, oh, that's normal. If I were to say damn or something, it's like, oh my gosh, like she's so vulgar. But like football players can be out there are like cussing each other out, like doing crazy stuff. We're expected to be this level of athlete and to look a certain way doing it. While, of course, I want every woman to be able to embrace her beauty, we're doing a sport. Like, we're working hard. We're trying to do something that's like very difficult. We just need to treat it how that is and respect and pay these female athletes because we're doing something that 0.0001% are capable of doing, especially in mainstream sports like football, basketball, even hockey. Lower level players are being paid 10, 20 times more than the best of the best and are getting more coverage, more sponsorships, more of a voice than some of the best at the same thing, but a female. So it's definitely something. I think they said Milan is the closest to being equal. It's like 47% or something. And I'm glad that we're finally getting to this point, but it's crazy to me that we aren't there yet.
I think the change is going to come, though, from athletes like you. I mean, the platform that you have and the platform that these other women have that are going alongside you is huge, and it's making a difference. Like, even hearing how you guys were speaking right after when Adam did the interview, it was like making you guys human. And I remember in those moments feeling the exact same way too, but nobody could really hear from us. When that gets out and more people see that, then more people are also going to be like, okay, there's space for me in this sport because of how I am. What advice would you give to your younger self?
I could sit her down and give her, my God, trust yourself. And that's something I'm still working on, is just trust yourself and keep your head down and keep working. I was so doubtful of my ability to live up to my expectations of myself and people around me that I was blocking myself from being able to do my best. I'd say to trust myself and fake it till you make it. Just keep going, build that confidence.
Who in your life is there to support you when you've had a good day, a bad day, a great competition, maybe a tough one? Who's there to support you?
Well, aside from Miss Uki here, unfortunately, she stays at home during competition and I can't really FaceTime her because she doesn't realize I'm there. My go-to is always my sister. She is so understanding and kind and supportive. And we weren't always the closest growing up. She's not just my sister, she's my best friend.
I love seeing her at nationals because she was like, I'm emotionally spent. She's just like, this has been exhausting for me. I can't wait to just decompress for a week. But that just shows how much she supports you, but also how much she feels alongside you. So we have the opportunity to have Brooke Glenn on today, and Brooke is Amber's sister. What does it mean to see your sister living her Olympic dream?
The craziest thing ever. Like, I always kind of knew she was capable of it, but she faced so many setbacks throughout the years. And obviously, you know, I was one of the people that was there for all of them. So it was attainable, but it also seemed so far away for so long. And now that it's actually happening, like, I cry every time I see a video of her. I'm just so proud, and I am a huge crybaby, so.
We did already speak about how at nationals we were saying you were like emotionally spent.
I was a mess.
Have you recovered yet?
I believe so. My eyes were excruciatingly dry for a few days, but I'm getting it back together now.
Yeah, you look great. How do you support Amber when she's had a hard training day or competition? Or how do you celebrate when she's had a good one?
Ooh, I like this. Obviously, you know, we're not living together. Unfortunately, we are in different states. So that makes it a little bit harder, but we are constantly calling each other. I always tell her, like, you are so much more than your skating. Just because you had a bad day on the ice doesn't equate to your worth. I also just enjoy being like a listening ear. Like, tell me everything, every single thing on your mind, get it out. And then whenever she's had a great day or like a great competition, I try to kind of ground her because she gets in her head and she doesn't really soak things in immediately. You know, she's almost kind of like, okay, I did what I had to do. What's next? So I like to be like, okay, shut up. We're excited. We're going to celebrate.
Will you be the loudest person cheering in Milan?
If I can stop crying for a moment to be able to scream, then absolutely.
I'm so excited for your whole family to see her out on that stage. It's going to be huge.
Thank you.
Are those swords behind you too?
Those are lightsabers. A funny story. Gracie Gold was here for a while and she babysat Uki while I was at a Grand Prix. And she came home to the front door being kind of open, and she was terrified because she had been watching like true crime stuff.
Oh my God.
So she was very, very scared. She grabbed Uki and then walked out and then called like the non-emergency line. And they asked her, are there any weapons in the house?
She's like, lightsabers.
She said, do you know about cosplay? That was her first thing she said. And she was like, there's like lightsabers and katanas, but I don't know if they really work. But the fact that she said, do you know what cosplay was her like.
She's like, just to start, I need to know who I'm speaking to.
And luckily everything was fine. The wind just like kind of blew the door open.
Oh my, of course.
Very funny.
The question I want to end on, people watching, I think it's important for them to know that longevity in a career is very important. And you can showcase so many different talents that you have from maturity. So for anybody that is maybe struggling at a certain point in their career right now and doesn't see that maybe there still could be a path for them, what advice would you give to them?
They're like 18, 19, 20, competing at nationals and getting, you know, probably within that top 10 range and then being disappointed. Like, girl, I was like lucky I was just chilling around that range like for years. Like I got 8th and then 8th and then 7th and 5th. And then it just slowly built up. And it took a long time, but I needed that time to heal as a person. That is what has gotten me to this point and why I've been able to stick with it so long is because I healed off the ice. When I came back to skating after I had stopped, after that, I never lost that love for skating again. I still loved it. I wasn't competing the best, but I still enjoyed what I was doing. And as long as I had that, I never wanted to stop. Honestly, just taking care of who I was as a human being, both on and off the ice, and continuing because of the love I had for it, that's what's led to the longevity of my career.
You took a step away. And that can happen. And it doesn't mean that everything is lost. It means that you can come back with a different perspective. Even if you have to rebuild for many years, that can happen. There's time for it. And you've been able to show that, which is very important. And I am so proud of you. I am always going to be your biggest cheerleader, and I can't wait to see you live out your Olympic dreams in Milan.
I know.
So soon.
So excited.
But I'm so excited for you, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into Flame Bearers Making It to Milan.
If you like what you heard, please like, follow, and subscribe to Flame Bearers on YouTube and anywhere you get your favorite podcasts.
Stay tuned as we bring you more behind-the-scenes stories of women athletes around the world training for the competition of a lifetime. See you next time on Making It to Milan.